that new swag, it's that new spaz, I say, new water, new ice, new neck beats. Police in the back, they gotta catch me. Only met me one time, she wanna sex me. New life, new bitty, and she sexy. New water, new ice, new neck beats. If the police pulling up, they gotta get me. Only after could I touch her and she let me. New bitty, new bag, new VV. I'm the nigga with the bag and I ain't trap me. I apply a little pressure, ain't mad. I can fly it in the mountains like a Latin. I could never fall in love, I learned my lesson. Grandmother still alive, so it's a blessing. If my niggas down bad, I'ma catch them. 15 to 1500, who want pressure? 15 to 1500, who want pressure? Fatality, my nigga on the beat. Get rich and throw my niggas on the beat. Street cred and I'm good on IG. Touchdown, all these niggas hate me. Niggas mad cause that girlfriend's like me. All day and I'm Hugo Boss sing. Well known, you can Google my name. Same click, all that best I won't change.
Yes, 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 yes. We back in the building with another podcast, and this is RAWDOPE Podcast, and I'm your host, Hand 5000, and this is episode 329. Brittany, slide down a little bit that way as you popping up on my camera. That's a little bit, yeah, that's good, yep. I'm gonna put your stick right there so you don't get in it. You know what I mean? But hey, episode 329. We back in the building with another episode. This is RAWDOPE Podcast, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And it's a beautiful day in Baltimore. It's a beautiful day in Baltimore. We want our mayor to be Brandon again. I have to start that. I don't vote, but yeah, y'all should vote for Mayor Brandon Scott. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Let's make Baltimore great again. I mean, get a man time. That's the campaign trail. Time. You know what I'm saying? It's all about time. It's all about time. But man, again, man, episode 329. Episode 329, man. We blessed to be here, man. The fight this weekend. The fight. I vlogged about the fight. I went live. Shout out to everybody that tapped in on YouTube. You know, that tapped in. We was live with the vlog on fight night. You know, I thought it was a good fight. You know, shout out to both of them warriors and those men for battling out in a gladiator ring. And, you know, the best professional one, you know, the Muslim brother gave it his hardest. Every time he hit the canvas, he got back up. They went to 12, you know, Ryan got it. But, you know, Ryan was huge. That 3-4 pounds overweight, he looked at huge. And even though Devin won, 1.5 million because he bet him $500,000 a pound, after he didn't make weight, got walked away. That was 1.5 million right there. That's his. But Ryan made his purse, then went to the casino and bet 1.5 million. They say won like 12 million off of that in his purse. It was a beautiful day. I think when it came to Tank made him quit. So Ryan Garcia is a quitter and he got to win. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. He's a quitter. You know what I mean? I know we gonna get it to. No, I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I'm from Baltimore. I'm just saying my guy from Baltimore made him quit. You know what I mean? I mean, people got different eyes. It was the end of the second half of the fight. He had his way. You know what I mean? The beginning of the fight, Devin. I don't see that. I don't see that. Yeah. I don't see that. But I ain't gonna get deep into that, Kenny, because I know you get the cussing. But hold up, bro. Let me finish. It's no hating. I'm just saying I'm black. I'm black, so I'm just saying I'm a Devin Haney fan. So you know, just like my team, if they lose in the Super Bowl, I'm still gonna just think of it. But a lot of people say that they felt like the Spanish boy won the whole fight. That's not the fight that I saw. The cards didn't say it, but the Spanish boy got the fight. He won it. No, the cards wasn't lying. I mean, I don't see. He has some good rounds, bro. I don't think he got destroyed. You know what I mean? I don't think he got destroyed. I don't think he got destroyed. I think he got cracked. He got whooped, but I don't think he got destroyed. He got destroyed. I'm not going to. He got destroyed. Like, I mean, yeah, because hitting the canvas like that, he did get destroyed. That's the Muslim brother. I'm with him. Ryan, load up. make way and come on. You know what I mean? Make way again. Shout out to Haney. Shout out to the Haney family. But listen, man. Listen. Episode 329 is a special edition. When you think about the community in Baltimore, you think about people who, you know, it's just a dream in Baltimore. You know, it's just a dream in Baltimore to get to certain levels. You know, when you come from these neighborhoods, whether you come from a privileged neighborhood or you come from one of the most, you know, worstest neighborhood, you know, you got people that make it out. And you know what I'm saying, one thing that a lot of us have is to want to make it out doing sports or music. So in my era, one of the guys that made it out, that was on MTV, that was buzzing in the industry. And you know, it was a big thing when a dude moved in the end of the 90s, the early 2000s. The dude transitioned and moved somewhere to the hot spots like Miami, Atlanta, California, Vegas. That was a huge thing of the days, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of MTV or BET. That was just the days. Now, you know, y'all would look at VH1 and Tubi now, but it wasn't many places to go through. But this brother right here, man, he done hit all shades of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He knows his way around the industry. He put out numerous projects. He had his battles. He had his face fights. He overcame a lot of things, and he still comes back to Baltimore and give back to the community. You know what I mean? He's not charging for consultant fees to tell you how you can get a brand. He's representing brands from the local area. I got one of the GOATs of Baltimore. See, when you name the top guys, what I don't like to never do is forget guys that paved the way, because that's what this platform is for. We have to let the younger guys know what's going on with the older guys, and we have to let the older guys know what's going on with the younger guys, and that's what you come up with, RAWDOPE. So, man, I got the boy MULLYMAN in the building. What's happening?
What up? Hey,
yeah, listen. Yes.
Gratitude, big love. Appreciate you for having me here on the platform. Love what y'all do on the platform, and that's why I'm here. And yeah, man. And shout out to everybody for joining us today and listening as well.
Yes. Hey, listen, we got some cardinal rules on this podcast, Molly. They simple. And then we ask everybody to buy about it before we tap into the podcast. I mean, they simple. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. So with that being said, we want you to give us a little bit, because everybody knows you. A lot of the fans that we got is from the city, but for those fans that's outside of the city and outside the country that follow us, we only got a little 3,700 subscribers, but we appreciate them, and we know some of them are in different countries and they up waiting for this, and we delivering. So I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of where you from, a little bit about your upbringing before we get into the music and your career and so on and so on.
Okay, man, I go by the name of MULLYMAN, Baltimore Zone, grew up in Baltimore, Bentlow and Riggs, you know what I'm saying, James Mosier, Calverton, Walbrook, kicked out of Poly, Walbrook, you know what I'm saying. Many people know me from street battles. Many people know me from MTV Jams. Many people know me from my first album, Mullymania, that featured the likes of Memphis Bleak, Ghostface Killer, Freeway, and the Clips, you know, Malice and Pusha T. And yeah, man, the Wire soundtrack.
Yeah. I talk about did you drop that album on a major, right? Your first.
Nah, this is the crazy part. Most people thought that, but by the way we did it. You know, what happened was at that time, they were saying, you know, back in the day they gave you the runaround of this record ain't it, this record ain't it, but we figured it out. I said, yo, it's the names that's making them say that's it. So I said, if we could put ourselves right in the space with the names that they already respect, we put ourselves right where we need to be, that you can no longer say that to us. So that's where the whole idea of, it wasn't that I needed the cosign, it was that I wanted the big fight. So I put myself in position that you could hear me back to back with the person that you was saying was better than me.
Right.
And you can have the direct comparison of what you feel when you heard me with them.
Right.
And so it created instant respect.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it created the instant respect, and it propelled me to a different level instantly based off of those comparisons. You know.
I like that. A round of applause for that. So like, what it was like in your household? You grew up in a two-parent household, or single mom?
Grew up in a broken home. You know what I'm saying? My pops, he left when, like a lot of guys from around the way, when I was young. Shout out to my pops, though. We got the best relationship now. You know, late in life, we picked it back up and we got it right. But, you know, young. But I still had, my uncle kind of stepped up in as the father role. And then I played sports when I was young, where I had coaches, teachers, things of that nature that really poured a lot into me. So I had my uncles, my teachers, you know, and my uncle, you know, so my growing up around the way was like most. You know, you getting raised by the streets and you getting raised by those that's seeing some potential in you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You got siblings?
Yeah, I actually got 3. I got one that everybody knows about blatantly, which is my sister, Nick Styles. Shout out to Nick Styles.
Shout out to Nick Styles.
Shout out to, we need to clap for that. She gonna be mad if y'all clap it up for her.
We gonna clap.
Yeah, clap it up for her.
We salute out people.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Styles, one half of Mike Broses, but then I also have another little sister named Lexi. They call her Lyrical Miracle. She's super dope, bro.
Shout out to her.
She's super dope. Yeah, then I got another little sister named Kavir. She is like a hustler. Like, she just a super hustler.
Yeah.
Shout out
so
to
you
the
the only
sisters,
boy?
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least the one we know of. You know what I mean? My father definitely got
At least
this.
the one we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where did your music career start? How old was you when you started? I mean, we know we always came out the coochie, loving music, but when did you started going on a journey as an artist?
You know,
how old was you?
Man, it was crazy for me. I got experience young, man, because like growing up in the house, we had one of them houses almost like the Jackson 5, the Osmond type thing when I was young. I come from a musical family where they put you on the spot to perform. Sing, dance, all this stuff when I'm young. You know, I was born in 75.
Okay.
So in the 80s, you know, 80s, you a young kid when the parents or the family come over, they give you money if you perform. So my first time getting a crazy reaction was at this amusement park called Wild World.
Yeah. We all familiar with Six Flags now.
It's now Adventure. It's now, give clap it up for them.
Now, my spot.
Now it's Adventure World or Adventure.
No, it's called Great Adventures.
Or Great Adventure, something like that. But we was young, man, and it was me, you know, my man, a few of my homies, and we was in there just rocking. They had tapes back then. Did our little recording, got mobbed. I mean, the whole amusement park closed us in. The teachers had to escort us out. That was my first experience with some crazy.
You was rapping?
I was rapping, and it was like, I wasn't even Mully yet. I was Lil Cat Marvin.
Right.
And so I was in there, and we was so proud to be doing our tape. Then when we looked up, we was getting like it was people all crowded around, girls trying to break in the joint, and it was like 4 of us, me, Weeze, Bill, and David Cromwell, and Paul. You know, it was 5 of us.
Right.
And we were just little kids, right? I was 10 years old. And I remember having my head down, being so nervous, because you get that take to get it right, to be on the tape. You get that one take. And when I looked up, you know, that was it.
It was lit.
A star was born.
It was lit.
Yeah. A star was born. 10 years old.
So once you did the Wildwood thing, that was my place. What was that? The ride, the white was the Big John Stud Wild. Yeah, the ride. Yeah, that was his thing. That was the big ride. You know what I'm saying? I was a wrestling guy. You know, I mean, most of us 70 guys. You know what I mean? We wrestlers.
That wooden ass.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that wooden.
All the wooden roller coasters are the best.
You know what I mean?
It was
just so huge to a kid, and the advertising, to me, advertisement are meant for kids and teenagers. And you think that like. Big John Stud Ride, like what? Like I just want to go. Yeah, you'll do anything. That's when you'll stay in the house and spit shine shoes.
You know that I just want to go.
Google him. Google WWF before WWE.
Yeah, that was us, man. You know what I'm saying? But so after 10, you realize you got it. What was your first rap and your first experience in the studio?
No, all right. So this guy named Tony Randall, when I was young, came and got me and was like, yo, we're going to work on this project. And he put me in the studio, and I was probably like 14, 15. and so we did this whole project, And the project was crazy. When I go back and listen to my young self, it's crazy because I prided myself on being an MC so much. Even though I was around the way, I always wanted my topic range to be real diverse.
That's how I was.
Anything.
You know, I wanted to be. I started out when I used to rap. I started out like I wanted to be like the cool lyricist, like But it was like times it just that South era hit hard. You know what I'm saying? That West Coast era hit hard, and I felt like some of our greats was like the pen and the pad, and they kept what was going on away from it. It wasn't like. It was reality rap, but not super reality rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you heard Nas, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like Halftime. The song Halftime is just like, what do you do after this? You know what I'm saying? Just like Bankroll. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hold up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, he ain't talking. Like that Protect Your Mac type tip. They talking about a Ben 600. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
shout out to
I think everybody that was born, the 70s and the early 80s, from like 85 on back, is just out of that lyrical era. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And then more so people that was allowed to listen to, sure enough music that was born in the 90s came up where that era had a halt in it.
But you know why? It's really because when I learned how to rap, I had to learn how to rap without a beat.
I think it makes sense. I think a lot of people don't know how to describe things. You gotta write without beats. Your rhymes
gotta stand on its own, and then you gotta be able to
put it to. You gotta maneuver you gotta be able to form your words to another beat coming. So you should be able to always have things. Yeah. Because your words don't fit to any particular beat. They're just your words.
They're just your words. So you had to be able to say your words without the beat, and people be like, "Oh,
damn, you're killing." Right.
So it was like just the same way that you see battle rap now was how I learned how to rap. And I remember the first time I went to school and I was nervous and rap was like a thing. And I was in my head, I was like, I think I'm good. Right. And then I remember I went up there and my boys, they was doing it. And I said, yo, I can rap. And they looked at me like, you can't rap, yo. How? And I rap. And when they went crazy, it was like, Yeah. And I was him since.
Because you him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Call him Himothy.
So
him for short.
What was your first ever full studio project?
Well, I had mixtapes before MULLYMAN, but the project that put me on the map, MULLYMAN.
So that was an independent record?
That was an independent joint.
And what it do?
Man, listen. We did so many numbers that in the streets, because what happened was, at that time, I was going through much with politics. I took all these CDs and I hit all the car shows, the flea markets, the hoods. No side was exempt. It didn't matter if you was from east, south, west, but no side was exempt for me. You know how some people was on a side? Yeah. That wasn't for me. At all sides, no side was exempt for me. I was going hard with my project. It was so many, I lost count of the thousands that we did on that. Right. It was enough to set up my next. Now my next project was called Still Him. And I purposely, on that project, like I said, I put the big names on there. But with my cousin, Will, he, you know what I'm saying? He locked up right now, you know what I mean?
Free Will.
But at that time, and Sonny Brown was with us, Black Low, my sister Nick Styles, the lady of the clique. But those big names on that first project, it wasn't that I needed the stamp. It was that I wanted to show that I was on the same level of what everybody else said was the standard of on the radio or good or going platinum or going gold.
That was a strategy.
So I looked at Rockefeller, I looked at Star Trek, Ghost from Wu-Tang, and then I put, I even had artists from here on there. I had Scar on that. Scar did a beat on that for me. Backland was on that. Comp was on there. Who else was on there? Even GDK from RC Project. A lot of people may not know who that is, but he was down with Bleak. He was on there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the song I did with him, I didn't even have a verse written. I freestyled that. People don't know I freestyled that whole verse. I produced like 5 joints on there.
Yeah, I forgot you're your producer bag too.
Yeah, I be in my producer bag, bro. No,
Okay,
a lot
producer
of people don't
bag.
know that. You know, they think I just rhyme, so yeah.
So what would you? So I remember the big thing where you it was Atlanta you moved to, right?
Yeah, I live in Atlanta now.
Yeah, but back then, you know what I'm saying, when in your hype, you know what I'm saying, the you was on 106 in Park too, right?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I get that a lot. It's almost like the Mandela effect with that.
Yeah.
Because I really was on MTV and BET and Music Choice and stuff, right?
Okay.
But somehow everybody remembers me like 106 in Park. But Verb was on there. People I knew was on there, but I wasn't on 106 in Park.
Dang, I thought you was on 106 in Park.
Everybody remembers it.
Definitely the Mandela effect.
It's the
Back
Mandela
when
effect. If you ask everybody that runs into me, it's like, yo, I remember you was on 106.
It's almost like they'll be able to describe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like they can be like, no, I saw you with the chain on.
Yeah, that's just the Mandela effect for me. And
Yeah, unless you don't remember.
Yeah.
What you had going on?
Y'all could be right.
You're wrong. Everybody can't be right. Everybody can't be wrong, and then you just like, no, what's the Mandela effect?
Perspective is everything.
Hey, you ain't do it or you did.
That's the crazy. Yo, let's take a poll.
Do you niggas remember him on BET?
MTV? Man, look, where was you at?
Is
the
it
first time
BET,
was on MTV?
MTV, or
Nah, you know what hit hard? I remember the No Diddy. When it was on. When it first hit on MTV, my phone went crazy. I was in New York and my phone went crazy and I stood through the roof in the middle of New York and I was like, yeah.
As you should have.
It was like a milestone. That was a place that at one point black people wasn't even getting played on MTV. Michael Jackson broke that boundary. And now I was a part of that elite group. And I have a story where at one point in time I got played, my song got played in between Michael Jackson and Jay-Z.
Let's go.
After Michael Jackson died. That was one of the high points of my whole life. Seeing that, I could have stopped right there and I would be like, I'd have been good.
Well, good for not stopping.
Right.
So the MTV thing, how did that come about?
All right, this is what I always tell people. You got to use creativity. I noticed that Tabby Bonet was getting played on MTV.
Shout out to DC.
Shout out to Tabby Bonet, the whole DC. And the Cool Kids. Six, and you know, that whole crew, right? So I literally, this is how crazy energy works. I reached out to Tabby Bonet before I had Harder in Baltimore. Like a month before, and told him, in about a month, I'm gonna do a video. I didn't have a song in mind, nothing. I just was doing these wire mixes. Like I was taking everybody's beat and just killing them every week. And I was staying relevant like that. Then when Jay-Z did that freestyle over Kanye joint, I'm So Hood or something like that, and he was like, I'm gonna go harder than Baltimore, Philly gonna say they can't touch. I was like, yo, y'all heard that? And it's crazy, like, you ever heard the saying you got 24 hours to respond? Mm-hmm. I felt like I had 24 hours to respond, or somebody was going to be on that same frequency and do it.
Right.
So we ended up doing that song in like 24 hours. After we did the song, I remember my homeboy's son was in there. He couldn't stop bopping his head. We turned the song off. Like the beat, we turned the beat off. He started crying. Oh. I went and recorded the song the next day, Harder Than Baltimore. The first day I went and actually no, it 48 hours to finish it. The first day I went to record it, I ain't get it right. Boo Man literally kicked me out the studio the first attempt to record Harder Than Baltimore. He was like, I don't know, the energy ain't right. You ain't starting it right. I went home, went to dream. My ex at the time told me to go to sleep. I kid you not. I woke up and dreamt the song. And woke up, that's how I did Harder Than Baltimore.
That's manifestation.
And I went to the studio straight out the dream.
Manifestation.
Straight out the dream. And my homeboy, he looked at me, he said, you ready? And I looked at him like, yo, I'm ready.
Let's go.
And I ain't get a chance to write.
Let's go.
So here it is, Kenny.
Let's go.
I got to do this because I don't want the people to think it's a game, right? Top 15 artists from Baltimore of all times, every generation. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say from 1994 to 2024, which is 30 years, right? Am my math off? It's 30? It's 30 years. So you've been in the game 30 years. You know the ins and outs of this. Let us get your top 15 respectfully.
Man, this is.
It's no order. It's no order.
No order.
Just, it's no order. 15 could be number one. It don't even matter. You just naming them.
I'm about to name them, right? But you got to think. I lived through so much that 15 is hard because the world don't know how crazy Baltimore is as far as MCs. If you haven't experienced the culture of going through each generation, like I have, but to narrow it to 15 is crazy. But I'm about to give y'all who I think for different reasons. Are y'all just going based off of their impact, or you just going off that?
We just going off how you're top. We just want you to say yours, your favorite. Not even favorite, but how you're 15.
All right, so my favorite artists that I enjoy listening to are you got Comp.
Shout out to Comp.
Youngest artist ever on Def Jam. It has its own sound to this day, a video game character.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yes.
No one sounds like Comp. You have Tim Trees, because Tim Trees showed us that if you slow down a Baltimore club beat, he was the first one to say that two-step sound will work if y'all come away from the New York Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, all that sound. He pioneered the sound, an actual sound for Baltimore with the song he did with Rod Lee.
That's
so
what I tell you. I tell you that. I tell niggas that all the time.
It's just a different vibe about everything. Shout out to Tim.
The GOAT.
Shout out to Tim.
You gotta give Tim
It's the fucking GOAT. Like you can't
give Comp his.
Yeah, I ain't cutting you off, but that's what I try to get everybody to understand, bro. I'm just saying from my perspective of the music, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say it after you finish. From my perspective of music and coming up, you know what I'm saying? I would be lying to you and say that you didn't have it. I would be lying to say that Backlund didn't have it. You'd be lying to say that Boss didn't have it. You'd be lying to say Caddy didn't have it. You'd be lying to say Julio didn't have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Delano had it at one time. You know what I mean? J Love had it one time. Everybody had the Boss. Scar had it one time. Los had it. Test Me came up as dudes that had it. You know what I mean? Before that city buzz, but. Yeah. Like as far as what Trees did, bro, you know what I'm saying? When he dropped Mike Rose, nobody thought they could do no other beat but that.
And it was risky because no
that
one
was a hard beat.
I mean, think about it. When you do something that's never been done before, you just you taking the biggest risk.
Yep.
So him that so who I say Comp, I say Tim Trees, also somebody that people forget, Smash.
Long live Smash.
Had a distinct style.
He ain't forgotten because he ain't forgotten because A1 Beam. That's why I like to mix the punch and give it to you raw, because A1 Beam just really did a dedication to Smash biggest rap.
She was a bit too much for me.
Yeah, and then A1 Beam redid it. You know what I'm saying? So Smash legendary. He died before his time, man. Rest in peace to Smash, man.
Yeah, long live Smash.
Where we at? You said Smash.
That was
Caddy. Call us four.
No, I said
four.
three. I said Comp. I said Smash and Tim Trees so far. Those are my three so far.
Okay.
Three.
Four. We had three. So 4, I gotta give you gotta give Boss his flowers.
Yeah.
Because Boss, what's the name? He when he dropped Land of the O,
we thought we was all dead. I mean, just like Jay said, man, like, come on, man. He came through like hurricanes do.
Let me tell you a story about Land of the O when I first heard it. I heard it before y'all
classic.
Heard it. This is the crazy part about me and Boss going at each other, right? Is that I heard Land of the O before everybody heard it. Mm-hmm. And I remember Rod Lee was playing it because I had the song that Rod Lee produced for the clips. And when I went to get my beat, he said, yo, I got this new joint. And I remember I heard it, and I looked at him and I said, yo, that's crazy. Right. So when you have songs like that, and then you take that, and then you pioneer yourself into a certain direction, a certain way, you gotta repeat that. Boss definitely made his impact.
And he's still grinding.
Yeah, he's still pushing.
Yeah, and he made it fun for me to, still Iron Shop is on. That was real fun with him. All right, so boss, Scar.
Yeah, like Akbar, ain't nobody stopping him. Speed limit 110. For Shiji Manizi.
Let me see.
Akbar, I come up rap more Akbar and Emerson.
Word.
Yeah.
Scar Akbar, right? Scar Akbar was the bar when at one point, like his work consistency, like before me and Boss like had that run, the measure of that you was hearing about the most, every studio I went to when I got there, they was like, yo, Scar was just here, he just knocked out 5 joints, something crazy like that. So Scar Akbar, College Girl, Bang, the whole movement with the Arabs, yeah, Scar Akbar. Another impactful MC that doesn't get the credit, he doesn't have like the radio stuff and all that, but my little brother Verb.
Yeah. Verb, Scar, they legends.
My little brother Verb is like, he just one of the greatest rappers ever, period. Like you know, like him and Los, just like that brain's just whatever dimension in the multiverse they tapped into is just different. With that said, once I say Verb, I gotta also say Los, because everyone's looking for Los to have this certain type of hit, but Los is doing what he's supposed to do, meaning like Los is pushing the culture forward from a hip hop standpoint of exactly who he is, and everyone tries to decide success based off of radio hits and stuff like that.
Basically, whatever they see popping,
Yeah,
whatever they view trending.
But you know what success really is? Sincerity is success. So if you are sincere to who you are and the greatest at that, I believe that's successful. So he's another one that I would say. Another artist that and that's a female, it's my sister, Nick Styles. I don't think people realize the impact she had when she used to be on the Cypher in the 90s, when had Master P calling our house with us, going back and forth on the radio, Nick at Night going crazy, Reggie Reg on the K-Swift, her #1 fan back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick Styles, my sister, people forget that she actually was popping before I was, like as far as like on the radio. We was popping at the same time, but it was like because she was a female doing what I was doing. Before I made that MULLYMAN run, my sister really was that. And
She was running.
She still is that.
Right.
You know,
Shout out to her.
Shout out to my sister, Nick. Where I'm at with it.
I remember she crushed it on the Baltimore Rail.
Where he at?
I'm about to like 6.
6.
6. God damn, I'm going slow. My whole
No,
6. You ain't gonna slow. You give a great explanation.
Yeah, more.
And then for you to even say to minimum to keep you to 15, you know, that's a great notion.
Another one, my little cousin Tech. I remember Tech being a kid and knowing he was special. Like when he was like, his favorite song off my MULLYMAN album was the Old Baltimore. He was always a kid beyond his years, always beyond his years since he was young. So for him to be who he is right now is not even far-fetched. He always going to be.
Do you think he's #1 right now?
Shout out to Tech.
I mean, you would have to say that it goes back and forth between, like, probably him and Moose. Especially with this thing with the Kanye snap. It's, like, debatable on what you say is #1. Like, as far as the consistency and the versatility in my book right now, I would give Lil Cuzzo the belt.
And work ethic. I give it to him for work ethic.
All around, I would say he's the champ right now. You know.
And some people will view it because of the stamp from Kanye that makes him on a different pedestal for real. That takes him a little higher. It doesn't make him. It just takes him. It just views him as a different in a different level, like your tax brackets.
Yeah.
Tax brackets upped.
Yeah.
Not to say, Tech not worthy. He damn sure worthy. He doing his thing.
Oh, he crazy.
Definitely doing his thing. So
crazy.
Shout out to both of them.
You know why he's crazy? Because of his versatility. He can get in a cypher with straight hip hop heads and give you that, and then turn around and do a song. I haven't been to a club yet where he ain't played 3 or 4 times. I haven't been to one club yet. I've been here 40 days. My 3-day trip turned to 40 days. And he's played 3 or 4 times in every club.
Shout out to
him. And everybody's word for word. That's a different type of rap. Like, you can rap, and then you can do that.
Yeah.
That's different. Moose.
He can do both.
Yes, he can do both. Moose is just so authentic. East Baltimore. It's crazy. It's just, he's just authentic Baltimore. He's just authentic. It's just, you know how you say why Holy Shalom. Holy Shalom is one of the pioneers that Shake It Shorty and you know what I mean, the joints he was doing back in the day. He's one of the people that got on the radio and showed us that we could do it, and Hooli really can rap.
Yeah.
Hooli really can rap.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's, let me see who else. I don't know where I'm at with it.
If you include Moose, it's 9.
Lil Scooter.
Yeah.
That's 10.
He was so impactful that part about his run was that it showed me that these little kids was different than when people used to hate on each other. Like, they was fans of him like people used to be fans of the outside artists. And they really was real, like it was like a cult, crazy following with him. And I loved his authentic Baltimore sound as well. The way he uses slang, the way he stayed true to it. You know, who else do I want to say? Y'all might not remember him, but Bonds.
Yes, my man.
Was Street Official.
Yeah, I was with Street Official.
He didn't, his album was out, he was on the run.
Yeah, I know the whole story. I was locked up with the whole team when I was a part of that team. The whole team, Kenny. The whole team. Bonds was The Last Shall Be First, which was a classic album.
Yeah.
Bonds was a great MC. He was from Virginia. He came up, because Street Official was a Baltimore label. He came up and he really made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was incredible. Bonds was his album. If Bonds didn't have his situation, I think he would have went.
You know what's crazy? He was dominating the radio on the run. Imagine not being able to legitimately promote your album
and actually work.
You're on the run, and your songs playing.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Bonds.
My favorite song when they get interrogated by Jake. You don't have to say a word.
That part.
They smile and throw a fuck up in your face.
Yeah.
But you don't have to say a word. And then they had that joint. My tattoo tears for homies who ain't. That album was just lesson. Yeah, he jumped.
Hold up, I'm about to give y'all a real.
Let's talk hip hop, baby. Let's talk hip hop.
Mr. Wilson and Omar Little J.I. 900.
Yeah, J.I. 900.
Long live Mr. Wilson. Long live him.
J.I. 900. Well, some of these artists I want to get up with.
All right, so Omar Little is out. He's doing his thing with the not the construction, but the flooring out in like North Carolina. So he was Wilson and Omar was like my big bros.
Yeah, and then they had that was RAWDOPE was out then.
Yeah,
with Alexander the Great, Big Stacey in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He was people don't know when he was putting out them star status mixtapes with it's gonna make you just led to my next person K-Mac, cause K-Mac. Yeah. K-Mac Silhouette, Annex Click.
Shout out to K-Mac. I know K-Mac.
So that K-Mac, K-Mac.
K-Mac. We going all day. You know I know.
That's what we're here for.
That's number 11.
Clayway.
Clayway Records. I remember Clayway was a big thing.
Where people don't. All right, so we got Clayway, Norm Scholar. So, because what people don't know when it came to that.
So you went in your crate. You went in your crate. You went in your crate.
No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I want to be redundant.
I got you.
But listen, it's when I say Clayway, it make me think of Norm Scholar. they was independently. They showed people you could do it independently before people really knew you could do it independently and did it successfully for a minute. So you had Clayway, you had Norm Scola. Who else did you? Backland.
Yeah, Backland.
Backland was groundbreaking because you had the whole world, man. That was the 1 in 6 in Park moment that everyone should talk about because he dominated so crazy on 106 in Park that the whole world was anticipating
his career.
this guy's career and project.
But it was the car accident that did it for Backland, right?
Yeah, it was the car accident that did it. And it's crazy because really even with that, sometimes it's just the know-how, I guess, of what to do outside of what you think is the way sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So it's not even just like getting a deal. Sometimes it's to know that you are the deal.
Yeah, because you are. And if you know that, it makes the difference.
Yeah.
When you walk into the room and you know that you own that room, it shows that person should pour interest into you.
Yeah.
If you walking in and you just like, I don't know, you walking into any other room like, I don't know.
Another one I want to say is Lil Tay Wilson.
Yeah, shout out to Tay.
That's my guy.
Let me talk about Tay Wilson.
Let's see that's when let me tell you. Let's see now. You done went from the 90s to then. That Tay Wilson is the era with Tay Wilson and a lot of great kids that came up in the era that grew to be men now. That's when I got out of prison, and that's when I felt like, because from 04 on back, you know what I'm saying, I was doing shows. So I was with, I was a street official too. You know what I'm saying? I was on that, that label. So, moving around, so I was been moving around, and I was a cypher kid. You know what I'm saying? I was security mode, had the ciphers, Crazy John, the ciphers, and skating rings, and I'm a cypher kid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I did. I come out of that era was though a battle was going down. Like if you said you rap, if Mully said he rap, he's gotta. I don't know what happened to that. Remember that? Like if you rap, you had to battle. Yeah. Remember that? It's just no way you couldn't go to New York, couldn't go to nobody, but you had to see the next star or who everybody believed in that area. So it was a battle. It was always a battle.
People was literally looking for you.
Looking for you. Yeah, looking for you.
Like I heard such and such.
Like what's the name say he can rap?
And that's why I say, Kitty, sometimes you gotta embrace that's what we used to do, because Kitty would tell you so he used to run around being loud. I wasn't running around being loud. I was doing listen. I was running around being loud, but that's what hip hop heads did. Hip hop heads, they chased the nigga they wanted, right?
You reminded me of somebody else.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
You go 20.
So
because this 14 right here.
So that was a guy before the current Savage, who's dope as I don't know what. Yeah. Who the Savage that's out now? That was another Savage from back in the day, who battled the whole Wu-Tang by himself, and allegedly changed the RZA style. After that battle. Now, when I say this guy named Savage, he died, I want to say around, this is crazy, this is the most crazy story of an artist that most people forget about. His Wind Control was probably the best I ever heard for a rapper.
Hold up.
That counts.
So hold up. If you look at this, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. But this is a hip hop conversation. Tonight I'm not doing all that. Tonight is a hip hop conversation where we talking about the ghosts of hip hop, and then after you finish, Brittany got the topics we gonna get into. Let's go, baby.
All right, so Savage, me and him was like, when we met, he was the most unorthodox person and rapper ever. He came in, his boots was tied too tight. He looked odd. He was,
that's an MC.
When he give you a hug, when he give you that,
he like this. He up here with it.
His dad was like this.
Yeah.
And so he grabbed me like this. So I'm in the studio. I'm young Mully, y'all. Yeah. I'm looking at his boots. I'm like, what are those? I'm just looking at this guy like, who is yo?
Like, who brought him in here?
And then
until
they say, yo, go in there and do what you do. I swear to goodness, his style was like tragically, rapidly, black. Like, I'm not talking about punk rapidly. Then he started changing frequencies and octaves. Like
MC. Yeah. Then the cadence changed, and once the cadence and then the octave can change with it.
Super terms.
It's different.
I don't even know what.
I'm hoping they were
that was in the
Columbia
90s,
boots.
right?
No, they weren't even Super 10.
I'm hoping they were
Super
Columbia.
M's.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
He was that nice.
They
were super him.
The boots were wearing him. He was wearing the boots.
The boots was wearing him.
Yeah, let's go. They were the him.
Boots were in style because of Yo.
Yeah, he put that shit on.
Yeah,
he put that
shit
on.
put him on.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, I respect that.
Let's go.
Let's finish telling me the story.
Yeah, so he was just he's a legend. Like they said, he bad. Like I remember one time the manager for Honest came down. We in the studio. Now y'all know, like I go, and we in there go. The whole crew. We was in Suspect Tour. Cali, LA. Shout out to him. Q. Whole Suspect Tour. We in there. That's the name of us back in the day. But then, man, Savage. Onyx manager was like listening to him and said, "Yo, can I just record, yo?" That's how good he was.
Right.
That people just couldn't believe that he, people that knew me, I was like, yo, I want y'all to hear somebody. Yo, this dude is crazy.
Really nice.
So him, no one ever talks about him, but he's one of the greatest rappers I ever heard. Another one of the greatest rappers I ever heard is somebody named Black Low, a.k.a. Hollywood Black, that I used to roll with. If y'all remember the song I had with Freeway, he was the dark-skinned dude at the end, at the third verse of that. If y'all get a chance, Google Buck on him by
Google Buck on him.
And the third verse is Black Low. He ultimately changed his name to Hollywood Black. He's one of the craziest rappers I ever heard too. Who else do I want to say? And
You at 17, by the way.
I'm at 17.
You at 17, by the way.
Oh, you know who's one of the dopest artists that? Oh no, we gotta give credit to Shorty.
Okay, 17. That's right there.
I'm gonna tell you why Shorty because Shorty don't get talked about enough for him to be who he is.
I don't think so because of the whole controversy thing came about the podcast that he had. It was an interview that he had gave, and a lot of people a lot of people say that he was shitting on Baltimore, but a lot of people were saying that he was just saying that he's not singling himself to Baltimore. He's just keeping himself to Baltimore. But I believe that's why a lot of people don't really give him a credit.
That's cool, but that has nothing to do with truth. You can feel the way you want to feel, but truth is truth. You can say I don't like him, this,
I
but
think he be
truth
rocking.
is truth.
And he be in the club.
Yeah, facts. So him, another. I said K Mac, right?
You said it, boy.
Yep.
Boy, you said it.
You want 18?
You saying him?
Son.
You saying him?
You
baby
killing him.
boy.
Another
You saying
one.
it.
Let me see who's another one that we don't give credit to. EJ.
Excuse me.
EJ with Boscal and EJ. We don't give credit to him.
Shout out to EJ. I might have to look him up.
Yeah, back in the day, he a Class was producing for him before people knew that. Class was really doing super hip hop joints before many years later.
Right.
He was an authentic. Let me see another.
Got 2 more to get to 20. 2 more to get to that dub.
I could go forever. Like I'm just naming who I could think of.
I'm sure. You led with that's crazy to keep it to 15.
Just flat out one of the best rappers. Like I heard, to be honest, and it's crazy because I gotta go back to one of my other little sisters, which is Lyrical Miracle. She's technically. It's something about artists that can do what they do now and came up under that true school principle. Mm-hmm. She's solid. She got everything.
Right.
She can do melodies. She got rap. She got bars. She got concepts. She got flows. She got the different everything. She got Lexi Lyrical Miracle. She got that. You know what I'm saying?
Brittany, you not doming no more. That's you out of order.
What?
No, I don't want to get you started.
What you say?
No, I ain't say nothing.
What you say? I'm not what?
No,
What did you say?
No,
I'm not doming no more.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Like, yo, it's the guys, cause you going hard.
He
and you
don't
can't.
smoke.
No, but you came in here with your party pack. Round of applause to Lil Sis. That the whole. And listen, hold on. I got a plat for you, right? Because I want Mully to get back in it, but I got a plat for you. We gotta say on behalf of me and Kenny and Raw Dope Production, Raw Dope Podcast LLC, we just thank you. You know what I mean? And we just think like, you know, I'm a person that's, it's 2024, but I'm in 2028, and I still think that we gonna be sitting around in 2028 making it happen. And so shout out to 2L, man.
Yeah, we definitely will.
And then tonight, y'all going to see 2 Raw and Molly in a cipher. You scared?
Come on, no, I'm not scared. I need
you stood up on line. No, it's Molly Man to go.
Absolutely.
The legendary Molly. I was mad at you before you get back in it because I seen you out the Dino out content complex. Yeah. Shout out to them. And then we was been supposed to do the interview. Yeah. And it wasn't, you know, you're a legend, and you know I just want to give you flowers and your props. You're a legend. Respect what you do. So it was important to us.
No, you know what?
It was important.
With that time when I tapped in online, and I like, forgive my brain, not my heart, right? Because when you be gone, I didn't even know when I tapped in. So when you said it, and I was like, God, it was like live on the live, and I came in to show love. It was going crazy. So I had to try to process what was going on. So I said, you know, but you know how I took it? This is the type of person I am. I said, it's 2 ways you could take something like that. You could say, your ego could say, man, I'm going to show him, F him, you know what I mean? Or you could say, if somebody felt like that, they really rock with you. Yeah, and I took it like that. I was like, damn, you don't really rock with me.
But did I get your attention?
You definitely got my attention.
So shout out to me. Hey, Kenny.
I was looking like, what just happened?
Because my partner, he doesn't understand what I want you to get it. No, I never disrespect you.
No, it's.
But I showed you compassionate in a text.
You was real serious. It was like, yo.
He's so demanding all the time, bro.
He said something real crazy to me, and I had to really.
No, what I say, bro, because we black men.
You said something like, yo, you had like, I wasn't real. I ain't stand on my word. And I said, wait, is we on the live right now? I was like, I really called in to say I liked the show and what was going on. And he's like, whoa.
Hold on now, since you here.
Don't come into the live giving compliments. Now, I'm going to have to hold you right there. You're going to have to stand on what you didn't do.
Yeah.
Which is you miss your appointment. And I was so thrown. I had to get off and call Kev. I said, yo, what the hell happened, bro? He was like, man, yo, it was just, you know, he's like, man, your schedule so be crazy, you probably don't even know. So I said, I can't even call you and be like, you can't call nobody and say you forgot, because that ain't no. Then he like, oh, you so high, oh, you forgot too?
Right.
After that, I damn sure ain't want to say I forgot. So I was like, you know what? Let's just schedule it. That's why every time you say something, we make it right. I said, I'm not even answering none of that.
We're just gonna just give me the date.
Yo, give me the date. Everything with me was give me the date.
And man to man, you handle it.
So let me say this. So everybody listening that's out there, that's watching, that's how you supposed to handle it.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, never get so caught up in your ego that you forget about the totality of what all this is about. If I miss your name and you don't because I'm in here in the spot just trying to think of it, don't even take that personal. Y'all know who I love. I love all y'all.
Totality meaning in all.
Yeah. Totality meaning in all, the sum of all. Meaning that at the end of the day, knowing that everybody plays a piece. But we grew up watching something called Voltron. Look that up.
Yeah.
And when all the pieces come together.
Asshole. Why are you talking to my peoples like they stupid? No,
I wasn't talking to them like they were stupid. I just know some people. Are the people in the class that won't. No. I just know it's some people in the class. I'm a DC broad. I just know it's some people in the class
I'm a DC guy. You a DC bro. I was in DC.
No, I wasn't
Dummies
that.
Eating chicken.
My bad. I wasn't that.
That's what they said too.
I correct that. No, I wasn't that. But it's just some people in the class that if they don't know it, they won't say nothing.
Yeah.
And they'll just sit there and be like, yeah, I know what that is. I'm just referring to them. If you don't know what it is, here it is. This is what it is, brother.
But go and finish though, brother.
Yeah, but no. It's important that y'all know that we all in this together, and And another thing I want y'all to know, it's important to be original. Everybody that I named had a distinct, that I looked at as dope, had a distinct original sound. They wasn't trying to be like nobody. They might have been influenced. It's okay to be influenced because hip hop is infinitely influenced. I mean, we come from samples, making the best of samples, and then we look at the rappers before us and we try to outdo them. We want to stand on the shoulders of giants, but we also got to know that being yourself is dope. It's the best way. And that's why I say when people ask me if I'm old school or new school, I tell them I'm true school.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you authentically me every time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just wanted to make that point. Another artist, Baltimore, Dave the Barber. Now, a lot of people might say, the reason I say Dave the Barber, he got a project that's about to come out that to me should have been came out, but he just wanted the all around. Damn, you just made me. All right, no, I'm gonna just say the group that was up.
Question though, is he a barber?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Dave the Barber, Hugger, and Grams. That whole group, they won. Yeah. Dave the Barber, Hugger, and Grams. Them three is like three rapping.
Right.
You get everything. Hug, a bully rapper. Grams got bars and flows like crazy, and then Barber just got concept and flow, everything.
I remember seeing you early on, like the DVD earlier. Mm-hmm. Early on behind the scenes with MTV. Did you ever because at one time they were saying you had a job with MTV?
No, it's so many rumors.
Yeah,
came out
that's
about
why. Yeah,
let me tell you how rumors.
Like they made it and they was like, yo, your boy Mully, he rich now. Yo, boy, he BT.
He working there.
Yo,
he got it.
Let me tell you what happens with This is why perspective is important, right? You can literally use your brain to create your reality and your influence. And when people's collective influence get on you, it propels you even more when you put their collective thought on you in the right way. So when ever heard people say touch and agree, or if everybody think the same thing at the same time, thoughts become things, but when you have collective thought at the same time, it propels you even more. That's why you always want to make sure, even if people hating on you or whatever, you leave them with the perspective of what you want to leave them with the perspective of. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I did not work for MTV. Damn.
Yeah.
But if that was the perspective,
so before we get into a few topics, though, Mully, I gotta ask you, with the success of MULLYMAN and the perspective, and because the blind vision of you made it past goal, like with MULLYMAN and everything you did, like what was your success? What can you tell us about a guy that you made hits with? You made records with Freeway when Freeway was hot. You know what I mean? Not saying the Muslim Brother not hot now, but just like in his in his prime, all y'all was in y'all prime. So you made records at a good time. What was the benefits of that, and how did music overall change your life? Mentally, spiritually, and financially.
The benefits of that time was that your testimony is what you're able to prove in your actions, and then you'll leave a trail of receipts. So when you walk in a studio with somebody that's certified gold or platinum, it's one thing to say it. It's like if you at home, you watching a box on TV, you watching a basketball player, you think you can be, you talk about that dude on the bench a bum. Until
he ain't no bum no more.
Park, he practicing, and he the best dude. He killing everybody.
Yeah,
that's how rap was. It's like you would say, all right, everybody say, oh, if they got in the studio with this person, would it be like every person that when you really get on them tracks with, it's real.
Right.
Now you gotta stand on what you said, that you could step up to that level and really make it not look crazy on these tracks. Yep. Cause sometimes you hear people on songs with people and it sound crazy, cause they not on that same level, and you blatantly hear it. You blatantly see it just blatantly sounds different. So I proved to myself that I belonged there as far as the standard of what everybody else said was the standard that I had to prove. And I not that I didn't know it about myself, but the test that they gave me to show me that, yo, if you can do this, all right, we believe you. And I did that, and that made me feel like, okay, damn, I passed that test. You know what I mean? So I got that. Financially, well, spiritually, what it did was it gave me more faith as more stuff happened, because I have an acronym FREE. Mm-hmm. What free really is. And for me, free means faith rewards every experience. And at that time, I really was tapping into faith rewarding every experience. Meaning I had so much faith for this that it was making things happen, and it was building on more faith. It was bringing trials and tribulations too, but that was making my faith even stronger, because the test was presented that I asked for in this game, and I was persevering, and I just kept going. No matter what, I banned from radio, kept going. So-called beef, kept going. Coming from a city that said you can't do it, kept going. Doing the things that you say you can't. People said you can't get on MTV, kept going. You know, everything that they say you can't do from the city, my mind never accepted. I'm a serial optimist, meaning that I don't see me losing ever. And it's not a arrogant thing, it's just the way my brain is wired from constantly thinking like that since I was a kid.
It's almost like you'll find a way.
No matter what.
You're going to get there.
I only see what I have, I don't see what I have. Since I've been here, they stole my car. I made more moves since they stole my car since I've been here.
What you mean they stole your car?
I went to Fells Point, I was turning up, you know, a certain a big booty homegirl was down there. It was like, yo, we down here, come through, come rock out. I came out Fells Point and my car was gone. Welcome home. Love you, bro. Hey, Charlie Hill, can we? Hey, Charlie Hill. Shit, yeah, this is a classic moment, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
You can't breathe. You can't breathe.
No, yo, that's you. That's you, bro.
When I walked out, and my cousin asked me, yo, I couldn't breathe. When he asked me, yo, you sure? He said, you sure you brought the hair? I couldn't breathe. I said, nigga. You
crazy. You mad wild for that one. That's crazy.
Oh, yo, why you laughing? Let me shout out 2 more rappers. Keep on laughing. Get that out.
Nah, because that's
shout out Tay Cobain and Cole Savage.
Yeah, shout out Tay Cobain, man.
Tay Cobain and Cole Savage is 2 of the illest artists. I had to bring that back. I forgot them. I just thought of it. But yeah, that was funny. You know why I'm glad you laughed. Look, keep it all real. That's some. You know what that was just now? A classic Baltimore moment. You know we grew up with the craziest sense of humor. That's what makes us.
But we ghetto babies, and we find that shit funny.
Yeah, we ghetto.
No, like, you know, not saying that it's funny you got your car stolen, nobody playing with your property. But it's when you know, and I'm saying it's not funny because people are out of order stealing people property, and I was one of them people that's stealing people property. So let me just straighten that out. But it just, when you tell, you know, RAWDOPE podcast is nothing but like barbershop talk, bullpen talk, sitting on granny porch late night when she go to sleep, we loud, we drinking, we having a good time. So when you said that, the way you said it, we smoking, we vibing. So it was just hilarious because this man don't live in Baltimore. You come back, visit your city, and the city just welcome you in. Yeah. We wasn't laughing at you. We was laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was laughing with
yeah, we was laughing with you.
Definitely with you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm laughing at.
Go ahead.
You laughing at niggerdom.
Ignorance, like, God damn, they don't take nobody for granted,
they don't
bro.
even
like,
care.
They spare nobody.
They spare
and then
nobody.
I'm tripping off him, yo.
They say, oh, he down here cutting up.
I've been shot up, locked up. I've had the worst things happen to me. We find laughter in the shit, bro. Like,
check this out.
I wasn't laughing at my man. I was laughing with him. Like, man, these little motherfuckers.
Crazy, bro.
Check it out. When I called it in, they said, oh yeah, your joint been reported in a robbery tonight.
Jesus, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't laugh at that because nigga can get charged. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing to play with. Like,
I mean, this how crazy it went. And then when I look, they found my joint recently. It ain't had no headrest in it. They took the clothes. I know I'm gonna see somebody rocking my joint. You know.
Oh yeah, they definitely want to get stuff on for sure.
So, but my point is this. My point wasn't that. my point is that everything is perspective. Everything is perspective, meaning
Right.
like when certain things happen, they the things that's supposed to. What if that car was just the car to get me down here, for me to get down here? Since I've been down here, I done gained 5 brand ambassadorships. Y'all see the Cologne.
Also, what is that car?
Shout out to Cashland. Shout out to Bomb City.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Paroma. Shout out to my Liddy Burger. I got a vegan burger, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, vegan burger.
You vegan, right?
Been vegan 10 years.
Yeah, forever. Yeah,
Yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm saying? Yeah. What's the difference?
The difference is stronger heart, healthier brain, open your pineal gland, which they call your third eye, skin, hair. I'm 48 and I started growing my hair 4 years ago. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, and I can't say, I can't take all the credit for the glow. Shout out to Paroma products.
Yeah. Paroma, y'all
Shout out to Paroma.
Cold. Cold Mully. Promo code Mully, man.
Hey, Molly. But listen, I gotta get back to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, and this is honest, and you a guy that's been around in a lot of rooms and move around the industry. It's one of these things that, and I tell everybody, this is a real moment right now. Me and this man, you know what I'm saying, Kenny, you know what I'm saying, we've been through a lot. So at the end of the day, we all on man time, and I'm not stand on that, because if I tell you I'm gonna do something and I don't do it, I understand it's coincidence. You get what I'm saying? But what I learned as a kid, my communication skills is bad. As a man, my communication skills is on point when it comes to that, because time is a commodity you must utilize with the utmost care. So at the end of the day, everything we do, and you know firsthand about an independent grind. So time is money, and we like whole bro, the studio book, the area book, the cameraman here, engineer here, everything here, and there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. You know how they had on the one of those stations where it's a big ass town for 5,000 people, and there's only 2 people to live there, husband and wife. You know what I mean? They everybody, they the banker, they the sheriff, everybody. That's me and Kenny.
Right.
So it's like, damn, bro. Like if we knew you wasn't coming that day, we wouldn't do it. Then we do what people with common sense do. We reach out, yo, what's going on? You popping up, and then I tell everybody, ain't that a kind of like offensive when a grown person, kids and teenagers, we get bluffed out all the time, but we just don't expect to get bluffed out from, you know what I'm saying, people that understand.
Let me tell you something else though. This because Godspeed, right?
I like that though. I like when you said that in all the Texas we said Godspeed.
Godspeed is when something happens in one person's life that might have him wherever they at in time, because it's all time and space. And then have somebody else right here, but it's hard for them to see each other's, like where they at in the time and space.
Right.
But then Godspeed will do like this, and it'll be at a better time. When you was like, Godspeed is when you would have did it a lesser way.
Yep.
And you was so in, you wanted it this lesser way so bad that you curse somebody on the live for it. If they call in, you'd be like, well, hold up. Is that no, that ain't who I think it is on here on the live with me, is it? That's not Mully. And I was like, I respected it because I had to laugh to myself. I said, that was the most Baltimore thing that could happen to me on the live.
Right.
So, and I got a real, like I said, I'm true school. So it's like, when someone shows that type of reaction, it's that. So Godspeed is this, is when you say, all right, I now still do it at the time that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Because redemption is real. Because at any point in time, if you hold a person to somebody else to that moment, then that means redemption ain't real if we don't allow them to keep.
Right.
So for us to say that, like when someone do something I think is wrong, to me it's no absolute right or wrong. It's agree or disagree. And what you feel is delusional is when somebody just don't agree with you. But there's always chance for redemption because y'all might meet in agreement at a different time.
That's facts. That's facts. That's energy.
So because I believe in redemption, I say, well, for whatever reason that didn't happen. Maybe it seems like it would be personal, But
no, but what I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna say it wasn't personal with me, and this is my strategy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I know you know this, and I know we can agree.
Yeah.
Every man, woman, and child has to be held accountable for your actions, and I'm not saying no disrespect at all. Yeah. Something could have happened, you know, Mob Dukes, anything could happen, because I don't believe in calling people first thing in the morning, or as soon as I see you, I greet you with the problem I got with you. First and foremost is how you doing, man? How the family doing? Boy, what's been going on with you? Once we get in that comfort zone, it's boy this. When I seen that, just to tell you from man to man, and I'm 45, you know what I'm saying? You your age. So we there with it. So I said, yo, hold up. You know, Mully didn't respond to my texts, so something must be going on. So, hey, at the end of the day, I can't hold him accountable because this man's a life and a kid. But when Mully jumped on my live, because you're not the first person, and people around the town can understand. You said it. Yeah, no, and listen, and that's the energy, and listen, and that's the good energy, because I said, bro, I didn't. When I say disrespect is, we men and we come from the streets. We know what disrespect is. My thing is, I'm putting the issue on the spot. Nah, Mully, no. Boy, you can't even keep your word, so don't holler at me now.
Right.
That's what I said. Well, you ain't even keep your word, don't holler at me. So that's automatically, you said, hold up, boy, what you talking about? That'll make you go look through your text messages, through your DMs, and say what he talking about. And a man, only a man or a woman with common sense would say,
I'm definitely going back.
He got me. I'm definitely going back. Like, and that's my tool, because I'm saying, hold up, I ain't pulling Mully up or anybody up. Not standing on like, hold up, bro. I reached out, and there's been plenty of people around the city there say something. Boy, you ain't a person of your word. You know what you mean? You know, check your DM, because I don't have a problem with pulling it up and say, here you go, right here, 2019, 2020, 2008. But what I will do in your defense is say, the night we met, it was a night, and you don't really party much, but I think he was tipsy that night, and we was introduced. Right, so now I remember that night. So and then Dino introduced us, and we talked, and you was like, bro, yeah, I'm here. I do it, so I think it was good attention. Me being not that tipsy, I'm my area, so I took it. Boy, what I tell you, Kenny? Boy, Mully said he's an Aries. What I say, Kenny? Boy, Mully hollering at us. Boy, we gonna get to rap about everything. So I'm excited because I love the culture.
I'm gonna tell you this. I apologize for that, because I always have good intentions. Sometimes
I believe that
in living life right, stuff happens beyond my, like, even circumstances. Like, I got situations right now I want to make right. In the process of making them right. But I know I can't beat myself up and hold myself to a prisoner, to a past of, or I'm always losing the moment. This is when I say Godspeed, I mean that you're totally in the moment, despite anything you may have done, what you consider wrong, because there's no right or wrong, it's just agree or disagree. What you consider wrong in the past. And the minute I'm a prisoner to my past, or looking too far in the future, I'm continuously missing the moment. So for me, Godspeed is like,
it's living for the now.
I gotta be in the moment. So even if it's like, you might have said something like, yo, you threw me for a loop. I said, this is my life. No, straight up. But it was like, my life wouldn't be my life. I was like, yo, I'm really me, yo. Like, who goes on a live to say, I just went to say,
and basically get called out about it, let's go.
And got
Kenny don't know about that stuff.
Yo, that was crazy.
Keep it real, Kenny. You don't even know this. He's looking at me. He gonna ask me, oh, we ain't even driving in the
like,
same.
come on now, don't come on here showing love, but you ain't show love when I asked for you to come on and show love.
He's like, why you trying to show love now, yo? You ain't had no love when you said you was pulling up.
No, but your cousin. But what do you say about your cousin? What do you say about your cousin? YG Tech, and he says in the verse that people wasn't when I needed help, people went trying to help me, but now that ain't gonna work for me. That's you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, with that just being the bloodline, and you saying that was his, your music he liked. I never knew that because, Tech's my guy. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I'm in that entourage, you get what I'm saying? Because the first time I learned about him, when I got out of prison, they dropped the tape called Young Nigga Chronicle. And when I heard him, it was presented to me by an artist by the name of Young Sax.
Yes, Sax. Yo, shout out to Sax.
Yeah, listen, and Sax was a guy that's from my neighborhood that my father,
Linwood,
you know what I'm saying? My father and his father grew up together. So that's how far I go back with Sax, and he was a little boy. Yeah. So when he brought this to me, I took it to my neighborhood. I'm a Northwest Baltimore dude. Ricestown, Virginia, RVS, Liberty Heights, and Garrison. You get what I'm saying? That's where I grew up at. You know what I mean? I always say from the junction to Jewtown. That's my neighborhood. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I brought it around, so I knew Parkites and Ricestown Road was familiar with this, but everybody, I know that since a little boy, I made tapes with stopping the tape and putting the recorder on it. I was an engineer before engineer existed. Nah, man, that's how we did. And you that guy too. You know, all the songs I wanted, hold up, play this song, put Mystery Checks box and intro in here, stop the tape and put it back in. I was one of those dudes before all that. So when I heard him, man, you know, for one, I was a fan of hip hop, and for back then, I was a fan of hip hop, and I rap myself. So Sax was a guy from my neighborhood that I believed in. And then after I got out of jail, he telling me, "This is my new project. This is what I'm doing. This was coming, and then out of this is what's going on." So you know, I listened, and I said, I came back to him. This is a true story. I said, "Hey, yo. You know, I like your joints, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my little man, for real, I'm feeling you. But that kid right there, he's special. And I said, listen, everybody that was hip-hop heads that I listened to, because when I got out of prison, I wasn't hip to the auto-tunes and everything, because we were still listening to Ghetto Stories, Boosie, and the Infamous. In prison, you still caught back in the time. Prison is like overseas. They caught back in the time. So I heard this nigga, and everybody be like, yo, I like what he's saying, but I can't get his voice. I said, yo, he's saying he's 19. I said, bro, give him a couple years when his voice mature. You get what I'm saying? Give him a few years and let his voice mature. And this is coming from me as a person that's just a hip hop head. And over the years, the voice mature. Over the years, the voice mature. The confidence mature. The self-esteem, the timing mature.
The signature little things.
The growth, everything mature.
And it's so Baltimore, and then it's at the same. It's so can't be confined at the same time.
Listen though, from an artist that personally stutters. That's it, and it grew into, you don't even know that. You get what I'm saying? Because the music, the voice. Now everybody's in love with the whole voice and the whole campaign. But the one thing you said that you was correct is he can go every way. He
can go every way.
That's a vicious running back.
Go every way.
You know what I'm saying? Yo could run up the middle and run something over. He could take the sweep. He could take the screen. He can go out deep. You get what I'm saying? And it makes him great.
Man, listen, look, Tech is one of the greatest. You know, like I'm when I watch the culture, man, I feel like this. I'm so proud of him and all the artists doing that thing, because
I'm proud of all of it. The Money Jakes.
Oh yeah, the Money Jake. I love him too.
The Blue Benjamin Beezy is Sleepy.
I love them too.
The Young Dons. No, that's an artist that you might want to look into, because I was talking to Wayno from Complex. You know Wayno's the guy. You know Wayno. So I was talking to Wayno at YouTube Avenues that was in Baltimore. And Wayno was interested in two artists. And he said he was talking about Young Don and Gangsta Baby. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was like, he like, man, like, a lot of people been looking for Shorty. Like, I'm like, you sir? He like, man, Shorty, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? He's on the desks. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
So that's somebody to just make sure I do my complete homework on.
Because I knew he was hot. He's been hot in the city for years, but I ain't know that was getting to the.
Yo, I keep thinking of rappers every time you say it. Shout out to Lil Nate. My little brother Lil Nate.
He just had the football games this weekend.
And low-key Smurf. Happy solo return to you, little bro. I
Smurf, my man. Shout out to Smurf
by accident. Yeah, so I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. But it's just a lot of those artists. So, what's the difference between Atlanta and the DMV?
The difference is the level of aggression, I would say. Baltimore has a natural aggression and kind of like, I hate to use the word swag, but I hate to use the word swag.
Because you older, right?
You know, it's like saying,
swag. We gotta say. I mean, what did we used to say? What was the word back in the day? Kenny, Mully, or my guy here. What we used to say in the 90s, if you didn't have swag, what did you have?
You was the bomb.
You was slick.
You was slick.
Slick, yeah, you was slick. So swag is just another word for slick.
Yeah, you was
Yo,
slick.
slick is a bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was
it.
Yeah, yo, slick. Yeah.
Slick. Slick with it.
Okay, he was slick.
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm listening.
No, but that's the thing. Like the difference between Atlanta, when I'm out Atlanta, sometimes they view me as aggressive. You know, like, damn. But the whole world looks at our culture like, the reason why it worked, because it's like, is that culture real or is it made up? Yeah. It's a very unique culture, and I don't know if it's the combination of dope, lead, paint, whatever else is in the air here, but it's something that makes us like a different level of beings to me. Like, I think we are like Baltimore is just you just can't get this energy nowhere. This trip, I took a 3-day trip home that turned into a 40-day trip. Why? Yo, I'm feeling the energy, bro. And people say, yo, when you coming back? I'm like, yo, you gotta go with the moment. Like when I say in the moment, that means scratch everything else that don't make sense. And if the energy got you here, if I would have not been obedient to the energy and the synergy I was feeling here, like, I mean, I wouldn't even be here right now to make redemption of this moment. It's all timing. It's all like, yo, nah, you got to stay here. Now, somebody in Atlanta right now is mad at me and saying, yo, man, he was supposed to be here.
He was supposed to been back.
But I know in my heart right now that everything I'm focusing on right now to this very moment, I did right. Yo, if Baltimore is house party right now, I'm Kid and my cousin Play, yo.
Hello. Hello.
For real.
Hello.
I like that.
Put it on.
The leg over the jump through the leg and
hola,
roll, the kid plays that.
Yeah. So
Calora Bianco.
So what do you think MULLYMAN could do for the city with the education, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you hold coming back to Baltimore? How you think you can impact and grow with the city as the city is growing at a rapid pace?
Yes,
I'm talking about in the community, and I mean entertainment, and I mean, when I say the community, bro, I mean entertainment, and when I say entertainment, I mean radio, podcasting, rapping, acting, singing, dancing, writers, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the culture, graffiti artists, like both dancers. I'm talking about the artists, the culture of entertainment.
The culture.
How do you think you could impact with your knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you had for many years?
I'm in the process of right now of showing people that the imaginary gate, that the people that present themselves as gatekeepers, that the Underground Railroad to the truth, that's what I'm here to give.
Right.
To show people like, yo, this imaginary fence, walk, keep walking, and you're going to walk right through that imaginary fence. And that gatekeeper that's supposed to be right there going to look at you like, damn, he figured it out. All this time, I had him an imaginary fence, and he never would walk out of it.
I respect it.
So that's what I'm here to do. Mullyversity. I'm glad you brought that up. Mullyversity. That's what they give right now. I'm teaching you eat. Because when you change your appetite for life, it changed your whole frequency. It changed your way that you think. It changed the way that you're able to attract things.
Bro, what you got? What remedy you got for the big feeling? I'm not going all the way vegan.
No,
I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it.
No.
But listen, what I'm saying is to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going all the way vegan. So you said you here to get it now. I'm not going all the way vegan. But
I got something for you.
Now, listen, what I'm going to tell you
what
I love the vegan food when it comes to all vegetables and fruit. I'm just not playing with The
fake
phony
meat.
bang. No, I don't want no beef because I went years as
No,
being a big fella.
right.
I went 3 years in the joint in prison without eating no red meat. I don't really play red meat here and there. I eat a steak here and there, burger, but I'm a turkey, fish, chicken guy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and I could say I could fall back. I don't do turkey all the yes, I do because I like turkey sausage. No diddy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm just saying, bro, I can incorporate. I could stay away from certain things.
Yeah.
But two things that I can honestly be honest with you that I know that I really couldn't stay away from 100% is definitely fish. I love fish. I love fish, bro.
All right, so let me. You want your answer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. First of all, this is the perfect time to present my new Liddy burger. Not gonna lie.
I ain't though. You gotta bring it in. I want the Liddy burger with my waters.
Yeah, there we go.
Bring it up. Good waters.
Look,
The good water.
The
this
good
your
waters.
Not gonna lie, Liddy burger.
And the good
made with
water.
My guy Kevin Beans from Addison's Kitchen, and then you definitely gotta wash it.
All right. So what I want to do about it? Can we go and get a Liddy burger tomorrow?
Yes.
And what time?
We gonna get a Liddy burger,
Bro.
and we gonna get a Baltimore vegan crab cake.
Oh wow.
Nah, man, come on, bro. How do you make Kenny?
I just seen
It
this
might be
one
banging.
day. They got this vegan spot my girl was telling me about. And
I can do
crab
the
cake
vegetables.
and the macaroni and cheese looked amazing. I couldn't believe
Come
it.
on, yeah. And look, I'm telling you, this what we do. I've been doing it 10 years, man. I've been doing it 10 years, and I'm gonna tell you.
I'm bringing my fish. I'm cool. I eat the vegan
Yo,
stuff.
you know what I'm gonna tell you what you could. There's something called blue zoners. Blue zoners are people who not necessarily vegan, but they just are very conscious and very intentional with how they eat. Like, meaning that they're aware of what they're eating. So they're aware was when you eat, you basically fueling up. You're doing something at the time. So when I eat, I'm eating for energy if I need energy. If I need my brain to be sharp, I'm eating for that. I'm eating for gut health. I'm eating for heart health. I'm eating because I want my skin and hair to be better.
I love okra, bro. I love greens. I love that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I
you
love
right
it.
there.
I am, bro. I love, bro. One of the vegan guys that I follow on Instagram, he be having a big bowl of okra.
Yeah.
Bro, they be big pieces. I said, I told my girl this, my significant other this, I can eat vegetables and stuff. I like that because I grew up in a house where grandma made vegetables with every meal. But, bro, I just can't shake the chicken and the fish off, man. I got that.
Bro,
fit.
this what you do.
I ain't shaking it off, man. I'm not shaking the chicken and fish off.
I'm not telling you. I don't tell another person to do what they do because a person could say,
I might get into it and like it, though. If I can replace it, I'll be like, okay. Because I know the vegetables, they told me and you correct me if I'm wrong. I was studying with a guy in the joint. He like, bro, you supposed to beat your extra vegetables and fruit supposed to be like your meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You supposed to have collard greens and, you know what I mean, steamed apples or something like that. You know what I mean? And he's like, bro, you don't cut nothing out of nothing.
Man.
Seeds, because it's a matter of seeds grow this fruit and you eat this seed and it's blended up. It grows in your body and gives you the nutrients.
Bro, most of the illnesses don't have to happen, bro. They don't have to happen. Most of the issues people are having do not have to happen. It is all based off of a diet and an appetite that isn't conducive to the outcome people say they want. You say you want this outcome of success. You say you want to be healthy. You say you want to be this. You say you want to be that. But are you willing to, usually the tests that are in between you getting the way you say you want is just relying on the discipline to attack that test the right way, to have the right testimony, to leave a receipt that you conquered that test. So when I conquered my appetite for life, even though some people would say this was Mully in his prime, I don't think you yet to see Mully in his prime. Straight up. Like
You still got some shit to go. You still got further to go, and you know that.
Yeah, I'm better. I'm really better. Like, I got a show tonight. Like, who you know damn near 50 that got a show a night if they not busting
No, stop.
You know?
Right now, Mully.
What?
Stop.
Stop,
if
Mully.
you in the DMV, and this is the problem, and brings me to my next question. If you're in the DMV, MULLYMAN supposed to be able to come in Baltimore, Eastern Shore, Prince George's County, DC, Frederick, you know what I'm saying, Edgewood, and then the outskirts of Northern Virginia Beach, and Richmond, and get his bag and go back to Atlanta.
Absolutely.
That's one thing. So I don't feel you when you say you getting booked because you supposed to get booked because of the
no, he was saying with his age.
Well, let me make this point.
No.
Because this is the actual point I'm about to
make. Go ahead.
The actual point is, all right, you know what I mean? That's just called me to book. You know what that dilemma was? Finding older artists that felt like they was up to actually performing. They was having a dilemma finding that. Like a lot of artists, that my point. You ain't got
all this shit on you, bro.
Back to my point. Because I segue from eating and you just made my point. That's what the other rappers are out here just saying. Yeah. Man, you ain't got all this, boy. You can do it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying who else you know is getting up there and not saying I'm ready right now. Right now.
But I compare you.
Right.
Yo, listen. I compare you to the father. And you know who the father is when it comes to rap?
Which KRS-One? We talking Big Daddy Kane? We talking
no, KRS-One, the leader.
Yeah, like
who's the father?
Rakim. Rakim. Oh,
come on, bro. You know they call KRS-One the leader. They call Rakim the father.
Right.
You know what I mean? They still working. Ghostface.
Clap that up again if you carry me to the great, because that was on my wall straight.
Yo, bro, listen. But if you a guy, if you a kid, growing up from Baltimore, who never saw Rakim or never heard of none of these guys, but they heard of MULLYMAN, Tim Trees, Boss Man, Caddy, whoever. Yeah, they heard of them. That's where I be wanting my fellow Baltimoreans and my people from the DMV to know, bro. If you say you him, we one of the ones. We're from an island that's forgotten about. Yeah, you know the DMV is an island that's forgotten about, and we are the top of the South. So we should be getting that income that comes with anything in the South because we're the beginning. But we not the North. The North doesn't have the scepters. We're not the West. We're the beginning of the South, but we left out because they consider the South starting in North Carolina. Right.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. So let me say as far as like. All right, this is what I want to say to everybody else listening too. If you only, there's constructs in the world. Money, ideals, the idea you need a record label. This is the best time to know you don't need a record label. And I'm not saying don't get a record deal. I'm just saying know that you don't have to wait for a record deal to say you're going to do what you want to do. If you got a consistent 1,000 fans, that consistently rock with you, a rotation of them coming to your shows, buying your merch, buying your product. Yo, you can mess around and do better than a doctor.
That's a congregation.
That's a congregation.
Yep.
So your church, you got a church of 1,000 people. Well, how much is a church of 1,000 people worth?
It's a mega church.
That's a mega. So you a walking mega church.
That's a power church.
Out here feeling like you waiting to get a deal. When you a walking mega church, while mega churches are out here leveraging the fact that they a mega church because they know they a mega church.
Yeah, that's fact.
You feel me? So if I say anything to anybody, just know that everything you need, you already have, and that's gonna gain you the next things that you're gonna need. You just gotta focus on what you have versus what you don't have, because you can't do nothing with what you don't have. You can only do something with what you do have. So that when you see certain people moving, it's what they focusing on. I never focus on what I don't have. So it's almost like what I don't have it's not even real that I don't have it, because I'm not even focused on that. And I don't worry about nothing that I so-called lack, because if I have everything I need, I'm gonna focus on what I need, and I'm gonna have everything I'm supposed to have.
Man, hey, bro, once again, coming soon. Listen what I'm saying. Coming soon. I owe you something. I owe Boss Man something. I owe Tim Trees something. I owe Roddy something. I owe Tech something. It's coming soon. And the only way that I can get to see these guys is when y'all double back around and I see you guys on my platform again, because we doing something special for our legends, for our GOATs. Because if we were in the biggest place in the world, which is Africa, we will be based off of tribes. So I look glad that I'm from the DMV, but I'm from the tribe of Baltimore. Right. You get what I'm saying? Big because Baltimore has the last name Maryland. Right. So we all related. Right. But it's so hard to get the average Baltimorean to realize that. Like, bro, we all share the last name Maryland with the rest of these people. But
taking it back to the financial point, I'm glad you brought up that point.
We the cool cousins.
We the cool cousins. Back to that financial point. That financial point is that the bigger your fan base region as a foundation, the stronger the foundation as far as what you could do as far as financially for yourself.
Yep, exactly.
The more you exclude yourself, exclusion versus inclusion marginalizes you a lot. Because it's like you want to be exclusive in the sense of you have exclusively what you do. But as far as the people you touch and you have reached to and who you include, kind of like call and response on stage, the more people feel relatable and included in your what you're doing,
facts,
the more they feel connected to your movement.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the more people that feel connected to your movement, the more it resonates, the more power and the more impact of your movement. So don't be ignorant to that, to the science and the math of that. Because of your ego, you just, get out of here. I want to be this. When, if this region is this, people from outside of this area don't know no different. Because I live outside of this area, and they don't know no different, they don't know no different. They know this area of the map.
Right.
They think of DC, they think of Baltimore, they think of the surrounding counties that they know. So embrace that, even and still be Baltimore within that, because it is its own world. But be that world within world that's inclusive and smart enough to do it to change the outcome that y'all say y'all tired of having.
Yeah, that's
why with the stupidity, go crazy, doing the same thing again and again, and then standing on that. You're not standing on business, you standing on stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey, listen. One thing about y'all, and we know, you know what I'm saying, we got a few left. But one thing we know is Topic Tuesday. So MULLYMAN, we got into you, we got into where you come from, the music, we talked about everything. But this Tuesday show is when you become a co-host now.
Right.
Okay.
It's next 15, 20 minutes. You
co-host.
Because you got a show tonight. And if y'all looking at this, go see MULLYMAN pulling up and performing.
I'm at Ace's Strip Club, man. I think they got like a baby oil wrestling contest. I'm there for that.
All right, well, we pulling up.
And then I'm performing tonight. And it should be a funny bit. You got some strippers, you got chicks fighting,
good music,
and good music.
And drinks. Come on now.
Come on.
Let's ain't get no better than that.
Yeah.
Let's get into these topics.
Since we talking about music, how y'all feel about that Quavo and that Chris Brown?
The Quavo and Chris Brown beef?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. Enlighten me.
What, Sky?
I know about it, but I didn't. I be so busy, I couldn't. I've been vlogging now.
So
that's why you see my name and shit.
Yes. What you feel about it? Like, I really think Chris Brown did his thing.
I felt like, I felt like Chris Brown.
Are they dissing each other?
Yes. Everybody say yes, like yes.
You got that right.
Yes. Stop acting like y'all don't know. My man
Chris
came from the Goon Squad and stomped the yard. And he not really about that.
I'm gonna say this.
He
really with it.
He definitely took it back to stomp the yard.
Yes, he did.
And he's from DMV.
Yes, he did. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
And I like Quavo. I like Quavo a lot.
Quavo just didn't come out. It was supposed to become Kane.
Think of this though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
People sleep on the fact, the creativity of a Chris Brown, and that he's actually he got bar, like he's
yes, they think he's just a R&B singer.
Now Quavo he focuses more on not bars per se, but being an instrument to the song. So sometimes songwriters versus bar spitters, you misconceive the hits supposed to equal to them real bars hitting you. There's plenty of battle rappers that would murder your favorite artist because of that.
But they're not hearing.
They're not hearing. And yes, Quavo got bodied by a singing nigga.
Yes, he did. Definitely cleaned him up. And the comeback was not even worthy. It was just, it was not worth it.
Keep it real. I love Quavo, but he got
bodied. What do you get that pink hoodie?
It was not.
Hold up. I got to stop you. It's drip check. The Pink Floyd hoodie.
Thank you.
That is dope.
I ordered it. It was
matches
online.
My sneakers. Like,
okay, shout out.
Because it's a Floyd. Floyd.
No,
Shout out to-
it doesn't matter.
It wasn't nothing heavy for real.
Hey.
The Pink Floyd
It was
joints go with
$18 online. I just got it because it was Pink Floyd and it went with my Pumas that I needed.
Yeah, they go with that and look at the hoodie. Put it right there. That would have been. That would have been hard. No kizzy.
Okay,
Like, that
the little stripe in the rainbow match.
But tell them what you rocked it with. We doing drip check.
Oh, I got this
sneaker check.
Dang.
We ain't doing drip check.
I couldn't go football practice, so I got on Vans and I got on
show the Vans. Everybody got to show sneakers.
I got on some
take them
dancing
off
shorts.
and put them on the camera. The camera's on your camera.
Got on some dancing shorts.
Yeah, sneaker check. That's what we do now. That's new to RAWDOPE podcast. One thing. Sneaker check, MULLYMAN. Sneaker check.
Hey man, I got these versatile flavor Pumas, man.
I'm so happy nobody feet stinks. Shout out to us.
I never know about feet stinking.
I don't know about
that.
You got my feet smelling.
We do sneaker check,
man.
So right now,
drip check.
The flavor. I mean, you know, these shoes are versatile, flavorful. You see, you know,
yeah, you got it together.
We doing sneaker check.
Go ahead. Do your thing. I got you. Go ahead.
We'll do drip check. Okay.
Don't do drip check no more, but you can.
We need to get a sneaker cam.
Your whole drip out there.
It goes perfectly. I just want to say it goes perfectly with the Color Bianco.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man,
you got the blue over here in the eagle in case y'all can't see. I'm going to go ahead and peep it out for y'all. Boom.
Right.
He got the green. He got the red. The yellow, clearly. Duh.
Yeah.
He got the green. Band up. Y'all know what's going on. Stop playing with him.
Yeah.
Stop playing with him.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what. But that's the RAWDOPE podcast. Every topic Tuesday we do sneaker check.
Yes.
I don't care if your sneakers old, dirty, or fresh.
Pull them up.
We do sneaker check, and then tell how y'all feel about that in the description.
Yeah, pull them up.
Shout out
So, how y'all feel about the Nike thing about Caitlin Clark getting the deal? And I don't want to pronunciate the whole name wrong, but Asia, and she didn't, and she's been in the field since forever. It was 28 million. 28 mil for an 8-year deal, bro.
Player in the league, but she don't put them asses in the seat like Caitlyn.
Yeah, it's come to speak about that next topic. That was just the next topic. It wasn't what I was saying.
Well, my thing is, this is how I feel about it. They both deserve whatever deals they get, because when you the top two talked about in your sport, it's like they deserve whatever millions they get.
Yes, they do.
Because it's long overdue that women get compensated for their for sports, for their fans, for how much money they bring and how much money they make, and that a push me in that direction. You know what I'm saying? That we support, because women, like far as like basketball go, they're actually more fundamental than the guys as far as like knowing how to play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Dudes quick to ISO, and a lot of that stuff is kind of like counterproductive to actually winning. It's more like about yourself. But these girls, they really know the fundamentals like crazy, and I think they deserve working your whole life to just be told that because you a woman that you just got stopped.
Sucks.
When you great.
Tell me about it. Which would have led me into my next topic, which was the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever tickets. Prices are out of this world. They going for almost $2,000, $1,700, $1,200, $1,400. Like the lowest.
I tell you, sis.
The lowest paying tickets $550.
I think I'm going for $550. Me and my girl.
Going for $550.
I'm going to see Angel and probably Kenny and his girl. Probably Kenny and his girl. We'll probably take.
They going for $550. Oh, it's not $10.15.
I'm gonna keep it real, man.
He gotta get paid.
I like some.
I know.
I mean, they bringing money.
All right, next other topic. How y'all? Oh, since we was talking about some twins that was already connected, basically. So the other twin found a husband.
Oh, so
The connected twin found a husband.
They a
family of 4 now.
Now that's a pickle party.
Yeah, that's a family.
It's a family of 4 now. They share a heart and a vagina on that one.
Wow.
So
They do?
yes.
So they share a vagina?
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay.
So when he hitting her too, like at the same time.
They both
They both getting like.
Sorry, I didn't even know.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. No, it was a topic. You gotta go check the whole episode.
That's how that really works?
Yeah. No, that's how their body is, but like, unfortunately, like,
They Siamese twins.
Yeah.
That's I will. It need more studying, more. We need more info on what's going on.
Oh my gosh, we had a whole thing on that. We can't get into it right now. Okay. You're gonna be super duper late, but we gonna have to get into it. Right, Frank Martin and Javante Davis fight. Y'all know who Frank Martin is?
Yeah.
Yes, they going at June 22nd in Texas. They going at it.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to see who y'all think gonna win.
Tank.
Okay, y'all, are you saying Tank because we from Baltimore, or like, because that's who you really like see putting in like more hits, harder work?
Both.
I think they both nice for real.
Yeah, they both nice, but the reason I say Tank, because I just feel like Tank right now is like invincible in the mind state he is. I just don't see, from a technical standpoint, from a working hard standpoint, from a physical standpoint, from a who got the most heart. You know how people would say who got that dug in them the most? He just got that in him. And then he technically, like, he's ready for anything that comes at him. He never beats you the same. Like, you would think he was like he's not even a one-trick
pony
guy.
Yeah.
Like, every joint is a classic dismantling of. Mm-hmm. And even the joint, like even a questionable one, when people try to say Cruz, when he beat him up with a broke hand, that's crazy that he beat him up with a broke hand.
And honestly, which was going to pop me off to a whole nother subject, but wasn't that? I've read an article that the longest fight in the world was 112 hours. And like one of the guys was actually fighting with 2 broken hands, and like he was on bed rest for like 4 weeks. A transgender boxer got knocked out in his first 21 seconds in his first round ever.
Well, so you say
transgender? He was fighting a guy.
So was a
transgender boxer who was underway surgery in intensive hormone therapy live as a male was knocked out in his first 21 seconds of his round. His name is Patricio Manuel. Patricio. Used to be Patricia, but Patricio Manuel got rocked. And that was it. That was all on that one.
Stop doing dumb. Stop doing.
So, NBA player Jonte Porter.
Patricia.
Y'all know Jonte Porter. He finally got his lifetime ban from the NBA. He bet from $21K on betting. He made.
Old brother.
Yeah, well, he made $21K on betting, but made way more. I can't tell me how much that is.
And $2 million.
Yes.
390.
Way more than 21K on betting.
Yeah.
So he lost millions to the betting. How could you do that? Why would you do that? That's retarded.
And his brother already rich too.
That's retarded, but that don't mean like I'm not giving no bag up for nobody. That's crazy.
Family and he fucked it all up.
That's crazy. Sean Livingston never missed a mid-range in his entire NBA career, going out for 1309 for 1309.
That can't be true.
It's true.
It can't be.
The statistics.
I love
the statistics show it's true. Never missed a mid-range his entire NBA career.
I don't believe that shit, man.
I'm telling you, I looked it up.
Looking it up, it sound good, but
I'm telling you, I know. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was real.
It's 1 milli. That's crazy.
That's
I'm telling you. I looked it up. I read it.
It's true. It's crazy.
That's one of the craziest stats.
I read it
in the history.
I read it.
You got the claim as the best mid-range shooter in the history of the NBA.
I read it.
He got it.
Yeah.
I read it. And just some UFC fights and everything popping up. It's about to be a long boxing fighting season going on. Those was my 7 for real. We ran them down real quick so you can go ahead and do your thing. Get up out of here. I didn't want to hold you up, but I wanted to get them through.
Hey, I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you for coming through.
Yeah, no doubt. And I enjoyed this, man. And let's keep it going.
Yes. Come back whenever you hear this.
Hey, listen. Make sure y'all hit that notification button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Oh, and little black boy media, whatever. Sold us out again. I'm ready to tag you in the post. Yeah, Kelsey, your boss. You sell out, man. Let's go, Kenny.
Let's go.
Sell.